Hey guys, AnnaFan97203 here. So, I was perusing the internet as I do the other day, and I decided to look through some creepypastas. I do enjoy them from time to time. Some of them are quite well written. Well, I came across some creepypastas about the fellow you see right in front of you, Herobrine. Now, normally I wouldn't read something like this as that's not scary at all, nor is it even creepy. And usually if they involve Herobrine, Slenderman, Jeff the Killer, or any of those other well-known creepypasta characters, it's just a gore fest and a bunch of, oh my god, this is so scary because it's real. None of them are real, and they're just kind of like, this is a waste of my time. But nonetheless, I looked into a couple of them and I realized these are recent. It's odd. I looked into it a bit more and I realized Herobrine is not only still like a thing in the Minecraft community, there are still a lot of people who will wholeheartedly tell you they believe in Herobrine and that they think he's real and that they have proof for it. You see, on YouTube, a while ago, people would post up videos saying, oh my god, I saw Herobrine, and it would be all this creepy stuff in the world that they couldn't have possibly done, and it's crazy. Obviously, all of them were fake. And those that weren't completely fake were mods. It's whatever, people enjoyed making them. I thought they died away, though. No, I was wrong. They not only still exist, but people are making many, many more of them. So I decided, in my normal fashion, hey, I like debunking things that are false, so I'll do that with these. I'll have some fun with it, and that's exactly what I intend to do. Now keep in mind, while I'm talking about these Herobrine videos, I do not mean any ill will towards the people who made them. These people are probably great people. I don't even care that they're making the videos. It's not affecting anyone in a bad way. Sure, it's making some little kids believe something that's not true. So is Santa Claus. I don't give a fuck. So, with that out of the way, let's start diving right in. So our first video we have up here is a Herobrine video by Gaming with Calvin. Now this friendly fellow has made a number of Herobrine videos. As I found out, he has made a series almost, but they're not really a series, it's just his encounters with the number. And the numbers go from the first one he saw to the last one he saw in chronological order. He could still be posting these. I haven't checked the dates on the latest ones. I only watched a few and thought, these are a gold mine. Now, mind you, he will not be the only person I will be talking about, so don't get that idea. He's just one of the many that I would like to talk about and kind of poke a little bit of fun at. Calvin, I would like to say, is a younger person, based on his grammar and spelling, which is perfectly fine. I don't mind that he makes videos. I don't mind that he makes Minecraft videos. I don't mind that he makes Herobrine videos. Doesn't matter to me. He enjoys it. More power to him. Get some views. More power to him. Whatever. I don't care. I would actually honestly prefer if people like him continued to make these videos, because then I could continue to poke a little bit of fun at him. Again, no ill will towards Calvin or any of the other people I talk about. They are perfectly fine people. I have no issues with them. But let's dive right in. See, his videos, he seems to be a little bit too timid to actually put his voice in the video, which is perfectly fine. I get that. Some people are nervous about putting themselves out there. I personally don't like to be overly extroverted. It's not usually how I am. I can be from time to time, but for the most part, I tend to stick to myself. I get that. Some people are much more timid and anxious than I am. And I've known many people who really don't like talking in front of people. They get really nervous, and sure, they can power through it, but they prefer not to. And considering Calvin is most likely doing this for fun, it's perfectly understandable that instead of putting his voice, he would put text. That's perfectly fine. The way he does it, he often either blacks out the screen or just puts the text over the entire screen, meaning you can barely tell what's going on in the background, or it's a perfect spot to put a cut. Well, when you're trying to use that video footage to prove something's real, that may not always be the best idea, but we'll get into that. You'll see what I mean later on. So it starts out, and he claims that something weird had been happening, something undefined, but something weird had been happening, so he started recording. The recording begins, and he's in the nether. As he exits the nether, he sees a bunch of netherrack, making a path over to a gold structure. The netherrack is of course, on fire. The gold structure is... I don't know what it is. Honestly, you will have to go watch the video and kind of make that guess for yourself. I have no idea. He goes over to the gold structure, he takes a hard right, for some reason. Very odd that he would decide to do that, and it would lead him exactly where he needs to go next. kind of makes me think he knew that there was going to be this next object there, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say he just has good intuition. So he takes a hard right, and bada bing, bada boom, there's a little sand pyramid there. Not a very large one, very, very small, 3x3 in base. So he digs it up, as you do, and, what do you know, there's a redstone torch under there. That's kind of weird. Well, he takes the redstone torch, and he says, his little text pops up again, and it says, hey, I made a cut. I didn't want you guys to have to watch me walk all the way to the savannah, essentially. That's understandable. You don't want to have us watch as you walk a long walk, doing literally nothing, not even with any commentary to keep us entertained. I get that. But next time, try speeding it up. Speeding it up, then you won't have a cut, and those cuts can mean that you easily turned off your recorder, went to the savannah, built what you needed to build, went to where you needed to be when you start out the savannah bit, and turned the recorder back on, which most likely is what he did. Nonetheless, cuts to the savannah. He's breaking some wood, trying to get some tools, very basic tools. Don't ask me how the hell he got in the nether when he hadn't even had a wooden pickaxe yet. I don't know, but he did. Nonetheless, he makes himself a wooden pickaxe, and he sees, there's this big old arrow-like thing pointing over towards a cave. To me, it looks kind of more like an egg, but it's clearly supposed to be an arrow because it's pointing at the cave. But he goes over to the cave, and what do you know? There's redstone torches in there. Ooh, he makes another cut. Now he cuts back, and he's in the cave. In the cave, he goes down, and he sees a ravine. This ravine has an H made of glowstone, most likely to signify Herobrine, more netherrack on fire, and has a couple of signs. One of the signs that he walks past, I can't really read it myself, but on the screen it says that the sign said, "You'd make a good riddance." Now, here's where the age thing comes to be an issue. Most younger people, they do tend to have trouble sometimes with when to use certain phrases or grammar or spelling. That's fine. As part of growing up, you learn more. I get it. I'm not going to harp on him about that. I'm not a good speller now. So, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the kid needs to be a good speller to do this. But if you're going to put down a sign, if it's not spelled correctly and or if it has bad grammar, it kind of takes us out of the moment of us believing that this is a computer program entity of some sort haunting you. You see, Herobrine, if you believe the stories, is supposed to be something programmed into the game by the devs. The devs would not make a mistake like that when they put into the coding what signs he can place down. Say, they do place down a sign that can say, good riddance, or another one that says, you'd make a good decoration. Things like that. Those would be creepy and all, don't get me wrong, and could be an interesting addition if they did want to put in Herobrine. But you'd make a good riddance is not grammatically correct, and I'm not sure what exactly he was trying to say. Certainly it's supposed to be a taunt, and I get that perfectly, but I'm not sure exactly what it's supposed to say, and if I was a normal player playing Minecraft and I came across that, I would think, well, who put this? That's not a, what? Not, it's so spooky, there must be something in my world. Again, seeing as this is fake, it's not a big deal. But if this Calvin person does want to make these a bit more believable in the future, I would certainly recommend double-checking your grammar and spelling on the signs. So we continue on, and he finds a netherrack room titled House of Fates by a sign that's on the door. He enters it, and it's just a netherrack room with a few holes in the wall where there's fire instead of netherrack. He walks forward, and he sees a trip mine. He takes out the trip mine, no problem. Disarms it, whatever. And then he mines down and takes out TNT. How did you know the TNT was there? See, this is one of those little things where it's just too convenient. He seems to know where stuff is gonna be. Like he put it there, or he was part of the team that put it there. Little things like that. You gotta make sure that you seem like you don't know what's going on if you truly want to make it seem like someone else is in control. He takes out the TNT, he goes down a little bit more, and he finds a mine. He continues mining in the mine. It's whatever. There's no redstone torches down there, and he claims Herobrine didn't find this one. Fine by me, you're mining up some ore, you're getting yourself some actual decent gear. I have no issue with that. He makes another cut. When he cuts back, he says, I continued mining for a bit, and then I found something weird. and he says that he saw some gold, and he decided he might as well. He spelled might as well really badly. That's a hard word to spell, it's fine. It's not really one word, but whatever. He might as well mine up the gold, considering no one else wants it. So whatever. Takes the gold, mines it up, keeps going through the cave, and what do you know, there's a minecart track. That's weird. Now, any observant viewer will know this is an area he had just walked through at the end of his last segment, where the gold was, where the minecart track is. This is not a new area. This is something where he just was. Most people would believe, oh, that means Herobrine must have just placed this. But remember, there was a cut. During that cut, he could easily have placed down those blocks and put in that minecart track. No problem. Little things are not hard to do like that, and that's what you gotta watch for when you're watching for something that isn't legit. You gotta watch for an area where they could have spliced something else in. And this isn't just for Herobrine videos, mind you. This is something everyone should keep in mind whenever they're watching anything. A lot of videos out there now are edited to make you believe something. The news isn't always that trustworthy. I hate to say it, but they're not. Some news networks are, some of them aren't. Sometimes some stuff does slip through the cracks and is edited. It happens. Not everything you see you should trust. You gotta be a little bit skeptical on things. And if you notice little things where editing tricks can be put in, that's when you gotta start to look and think, okay, maybe this ridiculous claim is just a ridiculous claim, not an extreme event. I digress from that little speech. So, he finds the minecart track, and he rides the minecart and takes him to an obsidian room. He gets out of the minecart, and he sees a ladder, climbs up the ladder goes topside. Awesome. Once he goes topside, he looks to the right. A little bit odd you would know to look that direction, but whatever. And he sees a structure off in the distance. And he says in his text, which covers up all the screen and makes it really hard to make out what's going on in the background, he says, there's little end particles going on over the structure, but you can't see them in the recording. You can only see them in the gameplay. It's not how recordings work, kiddo. If I can see it in your gameplay as I watch your computer screen, I'm going to see it in the recording. Unless, of course, your computer screen has a lot of dust on it. And then you're just looking at dust. Nonetheless, if it was in the game, it should have been recorded by the recorder, whatever you're using to record. Doesn't matter what you're using, we would see it. I hate to break it to you, but that's how it is. So, clearly something's off there. And this is the part that made me laugh. Actually laugh. And again, no hard feelings towards Calvin. I completely support him trying to go out and do something he enjoys on YouTube. It's great. He enjoys it. Awesome. I have no issues against that. But this part did make me laugh. You see, after he points out that there's particles there that you just can't see, Herobrine appears. Now, normally, they have a secondary player show up as Herobrine, or a modded character show up as Herobrine. And this is not what Calvin here did. So, no, he couldn't do that. That'd be too easy. No, he just paused the footage. You can notice because the footage stops. Paused the footage, photoshopped in a little Herobrine guy there, little 2D Herobrine, not 3D, little 2D guy. Put him in there, and had him disappear, and then the footage continues moving. So it stops for a moment, Herobrine appears and disappears, and then it continues on as he turns around and runs away. Now, he runs away, and he does his thing, and that's all fine and dandy. And then, after he runs away for a bit, he claims, oh, so terrifying, I deleted the world. That was 2 days ago. He is always watching. Now, again, no hard feelings towards Calvin here. Could be a great kid, I don't know. But first of all, doesn't matter it was 2 days ago, 3 months ago. Okay, does not matter at all. If you were to say that was 3 months ago, and now the world's back, that could be interesting, but saying 2 days ago, there's no situation where that matters. You get what I'm saying? Nonetheless, that's just a little extra bit of video that doesn't matter, but it's not a bad thing. No, the parts that I gotta say really give it away are the many cuts that he makes. Those really give it away. And the 2D Herobrine just made me laugh. Now, again, I have no issues with people making these videos. 100% for it. I have no issues with people making YouTube videos when they're young. 100% for it. But guys, if you see a Herobrine video, remember 2 things. 1, editing tricks were almost definitely done. You can probably spot them pretty easily, because the guys who do this, they're not full editing teams. They're just some people sitting in their couch or on their chair at their desk or in their basement, just kind of trying to edit together a fun little video. So you'll be able to notice the editing tricks, and if you ever do find a video that you think this looks kind of real, like, whoa, there's no Herobrine in the source code. Yeah, I hate to bring up that point because it takes away all the fun, because it's just like, oh, there's no Herobrine in the source code, so it's not real. But when it comes down to it, you keep that kind of stuff in mind, you're going to realize this stuff is all fake. But again, I have no issues with it. These people have fun making it. Tally-ho for them, I suppose. But yeah, so that's all for this video. If you guys actually enjoy this, go ahead and tell me. I don't know what you guys are going to think about this. I don't know how this is going to turn out. But if you guys did actually enjoy this, go ahead and tell me, and I will most definitely make some more of these. I don't know how many more I'll make. If you guys really start enjoying these, and I start enjoying making these, as I did enjoy making this one, then I probably will make some more. A lot more, actually, because there's a lot of these videos I can talk about. But if you guys didn't really enjoy these, and I'm not a huge fan of making the rest of them, which I doubt I'm really enjoying making this one, then, I don't know, maybe I won't do too many more. Nonetheless, I hope you guys at least somewhat enjoyed this video, or found it moderately entertaining. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much all I got for now. Like and subscribe as per usual. And I'll see you guys in the next video.